Good evening and welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Jerome Aegean and these are some of the top stories we have for you tonight. It's about time the Frederick Stead Clinic is set to open. Did you feel it? Earthquakes in our area, that's on your Caribbean report, and your holiday horse racing from Doc James Racetrack. These stories and more up next on News Channel 8. In our top story tonight, after 3.5 years, the Frederick Stead Clinic is about to open for business. News Channel 8's Wes Small files this report.
Hey, thanks a lot, Jerome. Wow, unbelievable, huh? You know, it was just a little while ago when we toured this place, the Frederick Stead Clinic. It was deplorable. EPA and OSHA having to come in, mold, the staff and the clients being affected. But as you can see now, a lot of people are happy. The workers are here stocking the place back up. This place now is state of the art. Let me tell you what's going on before I give it to the press conference. You know, this project, it's been 3.5 years that Herbert Grigg has been moved, the Frederick Stead Clinic, to Herbert Grigg. So when this project first started, it was a $300,000 projected project. But then it got to $3 million. $3 million later, thanks to local government funding, the PFA, federal government, and just a lot of patience from yourselves. We're going to hear from Miss Mackay, safety manager, Mr. Jason Henry himself, the program coordinator, Miss Webster, the CEO of the Frederick Stead Clinic.
It is with joy and pleasure that we say that we are happy to announce that the Frederick Stead Head Care will be returning home with our grand opening on December 7th. Although we're returning home, it's a bit sad on some end because when we were at Herbert Grigg, we developed a different clientele and we were able to serve a lot more individuals from neighboring community. However, we are happy to be returning home to provide the services to the individuals within the Frederick Stead community.
We had several challenges during the construction phase, as is expected. We are opening a little bit later than we had hoped to, maybe a month or two. However, we didn't want anything to be left undone before we opened. And so we made sure that everything, we've been out for a couple of years, and so, you know, another month wouldn't hurt that much. So now everything is back in place.
It's been a long road, it's been challenging, but we've gotten here. We rode the waves, we went through some of the tides and turmoil that may be expected, but through it all, we came out. We're glad for this happy ending that we're coming to. We left the building in 2008. When we left, we thought it was a small project. We really didn't envision the extent of the project that it was until we left the building and began repairs. We're at the point where we can give that thanks to the community, we can give back the health center to the community, and we can wish everyone a safe and happy holiday season.
At the Frederick Stead Clinic, I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
And in other news tonight, there'll be a very important town meeting tomorrow on St. Croix. News Channel 8's Wes Small is with St. Croix American Teacher President James Howell.
Jerome, we're at the American Federation of Teachers headquarters with Mr. Howell. He's president. You might remember it was Miss LaRoque pinch hitting for him before. She's the legislative chairperson, yeah, with the teachers. And she was explaining about the town hall meeting that's on the 30th, and that is for tomorrow. What would you like your teachers to know?
Not only our teachers, what I really want is all the stakeholders, every person in the community to come out to the town hall meeting on the 30th, which is tomorrow at the Alfreda Andrews School. We begin promptly at 5:30. We have invited all of the senators to come out. We as a community have several things that we need to tell our senators, the directions we would like them to go. And we would like to hear from them what is on their agenda, because we perceive that the agenda of the senators and the people's agenda are two different agendas. So we want everyone to have the same agenda, that is for the improvement of St. Croix and the improvement of the Virgin Islands. So remember, we are having a town hall meeting tomorrow at the Alfredo Andrews, and we are still circulating our petition to asking senators not to support the two nominations that the governor has suggested for the public safety and the health commissioner.
Well, let me ask you this then. Obviously, you're not happy with our elected officials.
We are not. We think that the elected officials are dancing to different music than the general population, but we want everyone to be on the same step.
Yes.
So they're dancing to one tune, and we're dancing to another tune. We're dancing to heartache and broken hearted and broken promises, and they're dancing to the tune. Everything is okay. So we want us to be dancing to the same tune.
At the AFT headquarters in Villa Lorraine, I am Wes Small for News Channel 8.
And of course, we do want to thank James Howell, President for Teachers, for coming forward with that story tonight. And it's time for the UVI's annual woodworking workshop again. News Channel 8's Wes Small has the details.
Thanks a lot, Jerome. Here at UVI St. Croix campus under the Co-op Extension Service with Dr. Kofi and Mr. Jones, it's woodworking time again. So we will be talking about that. Remember last year we had some great workshops and some great pictures of the students involved here. And Dr. Kofi, would like to start with you. Around how many students and what levels are they when they partake in this workshop?
I think this year they've invited all the schools, especially the elementary schools, and both the public, the parochial, and also the private schools. And all these children are going to come in. So you have children of the ages of, let's say, anywhere from, I would say, 10 all the way, to high school. And all these kids are going to come in, and they're going to work with the woodworkers by watching the demonstrations. And the woodworkers basically are trying to preserve the culture of actually making, wood from mahogany and other woods that are right here in the Virgin Islands. And they're trying to show these children how to carry on the art, how to preserve the art, and also to try and get their interest in that, so that some of them can take some apprenticeship, work with some of these woodworkers so that they can become cabinet makers, crafts makers, and also be able to use the wood of the Virgin Islands.
Mr. Jones,
Yes, sir.
you're like in charge of this workshop again. I remember we had you last year. You look forward to this, don't you?
Oh, by all means, because this is the time we have all our young people in one spot looking at the best in the Virgin Islands. We got bragging rights now, and I'm gonna brag because we can back it up, Wes. We can back it up because we got the best wood turners, the best woodworkers in every field. You name it, nothing's made in China, nothing from Taiwan. Everything is right here, homegrown, and everything here is for our youth coming up. So that's what our day is on Friday, from 9 to 12, and we're having all the schools. That's about a good 150 kids will be here.
Channel 8 will be here to
Yes,
take some
indeed.
shots of that.
This is going to be the center of the universe.
What
Friday.
What do they feature when they start this carving and whatever? And of course you have mentors of the community then that come out and teach them the do's and don'ts.
We have Avelino Samuel out of St. John. We have Bean Brignoni on St. Croix. We have African Southwell out of St. Thomas. We have Bill Williams out of St. Thomas. All of these are master woodworkers.
Wow.
Okay. We also have 2 boat makers this year. Sabu Dure, and we have Mr. Hugh Buckley. He's demonstrating. Also, we have a new member, Mr. Dean Hodge, and he's our newest member, and he's doing some excellent work. And people just got to come out to see it.
It is from what time?
Well, it starts on Friday, December the 2nd, all the way to the 4th, December the 4th. So they will be here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
We urge the public then to come out then.
Sure.
Yes.
And take a look at your students and how they interact with this. It's fantastic. Now, will there be anything on sale?
Oh, yes. This is Christmas time. This is Christmas time. And everybody know, hey, we do take credit cards, we take debit cards, or we do take cash too.
Yes.
Yes. But everything, this is a good Christmas event. If you're looking for something that's unique, everything from mirrors, tables, we're talking about bowls, we're talking about turned items, things only made in the Virgin Islands. You're only going to see one of it.
We're at the Great Hall. All right. Thanks to the Co-op Extension Service and everyone we've mentioned. We'll see you here on Friday at UVI campus on St. Croix. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
I always enjoy that woodworking fair. I go there every year myself. It should be a great time again this year as well. And when we come back from this break, seismic activity in the Caribbean. Did you feel it? That's in your Caribbean Report. Stay with us. And let's take a look at your Caribbean Report for tonight. In your Caribbean report tonight, we start in St. Kitts, where there were no immediate reports of damage or injuries in St. Kitts and Nevis as a result of the earthquake early Monday morning. Caribbean Disaster Management Agency said that the earthquake registered a 4.7 on the Richter scale and was felt in several Caribbean islands. The early morning earthquake was one of several quakes recorded in the Caribbean. Puerto Rico recorded 9 earthquakes, registering between 2.9 and a 5.2 Monday. And turning to Guyana, where the national regional elections in Guyana began peacefully at 6 a.m. on Monday morning across 10 administrative regions. In the first update of the day to the media at 10 a.m., Chairman of the Guyanese Elections Commissioner Steve Surjabelli said that all polling stations opened on time and the voters heeded the vote early call and came out in numbers, queuing up in a very disciplined manner. Surjabelli described the attitude of the Guyanese as superb. While the voter turnout had been heavy in the early morning hours, it did begin to peter out as expected towards the early afternoon. And finally, an interesting story coming out of Havana, Cuba. Eric DeHondit, scientific director of the Malaysian pharmaceutical group Biovin, says that in a matter of days, a group of British patients will receive the Climavax EGF lung cancer vaccine created by scientists at the Havana Center for Immunology. He added that similar tests are also planned for Australia, Thailand, and Malaysia. The vaccine was administered with good results to more than 1,000 patients in Cuba and has also been registered in Peru and is in the process of being registered in other Latin American countries. Zoraida Acosta, a researcher at the Center for Molecular Immunology, said that the vaccine has no severe side effects and increases the patient's life expectancy with a good quality of life. It cannot prevent the onset of a disease, but will allow the advanced cancer to be controlled by generating antibodies against the proteins that trigger the uncontrollable process of cellular proliferation. And that's your Caribbean report for tonight. And it's time for the annual Soup de Cure. Once again, News Channel 8's Wes Small caught up with coordinator Rashidi Clemens.
Thank you very much, Jerome. It's that time of year again. Time for the Soup de Cure, not the soup du jour. 5 years I had French, and I know that that's soup of the day. Hey,
yes, sir.
Hey, Rashidi, what's going on, bro?
You only needed the first year to figure that one out. But definitely, man, we about to do Soup to Cure. It's Soup to Cure the social ills of our community. Yeah. It benefits Caribbean Education Initiative, and we support youth programs and activities, primarily funded by Tim Duncan. But we feel like we've done a lot. We've given to more than $20,000 to programs and youth activities this year alone. And we feel like we could do more if we have more. So we're trying to get the help of the community. Unjustly, sometimes people say Tim Duncan should do more and Tim Duncan should do this. A lot of the good things that we do in the community, we do because of him. And even a greater injustice is the fact that those individuals who say that don't do anything. So we're trying to get some folks to come on out and support. It's a great cause. It's a great event. And basically for people who like to cook, it's just doing what you love. Making some soup. So 4 gallons of soup, $30 for individuals and $50 for restaurants gets you in. And you can win up to $1,000, $500 for second place, $250 for third. Each soup is a category. So, I mean, it's really exciting. We have Fire Train Reggae Band for entertainment. We also have Modernal performing as well. So we want you to come on out, support it, have a good time. It's $10 for adults, $5 for children. Salt River Marina, Pirates Tavern is going to be our host. And man, it's going to be a very special one this year.
Yeah, Salt River, they kick it off up there. It'll be like a fun day to be sure. Someone gave me a turkey carcass, and I froze it, and,
okay.
And they said it's going to be excellent for soup.
Okay.
So I'm thinking seriously about making my world famous turkey carcass soup to die for. Gobble, gobble that one. What time is it at Salt River Park?
Man, it starts at 3 o'clock. It goes until 9 p.m. If you have any information that you'd like to have answered or you'd like to enter, call 226-4503, and we'll get you registered for Soup de Cure.
How many years is this now?
This is going to be the third one in 4 years.
Watch it, you getting old?
Yeah. We didn't do it last year, but it's back, and we don't plan to lose it after this because we actually have competitors coming over from St. Thomas, and that's the plan, is to make it bigger and better.
I'm Wes Small. Get your Soup de Cure for News Channel 8.
Well, Wes Smalls found a way to make those Thanksgiving leftovers disappear with his turkey carcass soup. And when we come back from this break, we've got holiday horse racing with Koof. Stay with us. Time now for your Sports 411 with Stephen Koof Francis. Here's holiday horse racing highlights.
Thanks a lot, Jerome. This past weekend, racing fans were treated to 10 great races at the Randall Doc James racetrack. Well, in the 9th race of the day, the feature race, it was a great one, and it didn't disappoint racing fans. As we had political reporter Diablo's Fire out of St. Thomas. He's coming off a big win in Tortola where he won the Prime Minister Cup. Aries Run and James Bobo Bates Slevin, who last race they set a new track record. This should be a good one. Let's go to Rashidi Clemens for the call of the race.
Gate bus and they're running. Breaking on top, that's the political reporter in alongside the rail. Slevin moving towards the front on the outside. Aries Run is right there and currently trailing in alongside the rail and running in 4th position is Diablo's Fire. They ran the first in 11-3. As a personal wire for the first time when it means nothing, that was Slevin and political reporter. They ran the first 2 in 22. Political reporter is leading the way. Slevin is right there running comfortably 1 length off of it. Aries Run is just 2 lengths off of the lead. Diablo's Fire is your early trader. They ran the first 3 in 34-2. Slevin now puts a heck in front. Running in 2nd is political reporter. Running in 3rd position is Aries Run and your trailer, Diablo's Fire. They ran the first 4 in 46. It is close early. Political reporter is literally breathing down the neck of Slevin. They ran the first 5 in 58. Here comes Diablo's Fire. The 3/8 pole starting to move. Diablo's Fire is approximately 3 lengths off in the lead. Slevin now opens up to 3/4 of a length. They ran the first 6 in 1:10-1. Here comes Diablo's Fire! 2 furlongs to go. Slevin is leading, but there is company from Diablo's Fire at the top of the turn. And down the stretch they come. Diablo's Fire puts a neck in front. 1 furlong to go. Slevin trying to hold on. Diablo's Fire goes to the front with a 16 to go. Diablo's Fire comes to St. Croix and steals the money. Running in 2nd, Slevin. 2.5 off of the lead. Aries Run 3rd. Political reporter 4th. Running Fire.
Wow, it was Diablo Fire with Victor LeBron in the saddle, upsetting Slevin. What a race, what a race. Folks, here are the rest of the day's results.
Nearly Nasty in 3rd position with a 16 to go. It is Dorado Missile. Dorado Missile is going to cruise to the wire. Winning by approximately 2.5, running 2nd, Spitfire.
In the first race, it was Dorado Missile with Jackie Soto Jr.
Alongside the rail from Memphis Rubies with a 16 to go. It's going to be good to the wire. This coach is trying to hold on, and is going to do so. Enter now King of Kings.
In the second race, it was Miss Cosi with Jackie Diaz.
1 length of left with a 16 to go. Putting on the extreme outside the Sarasota Big Dollar. Trying to hold on
in the third race of the day, it was MJ Calia Safe with Jackie Guadalupe.
On the stretch they come. The Full House Project finds some more run. The Full House Project is game today, and is going to get to the wire first. 1 length over according to her service.
In the fourth race, we had Full House Project with Jackie Ortiz.
Creation Rebel looks like it will not be caught today with a 16 to go. It is all about Creation Rebel in hand. Running in second position, Express to Cali. 6.
In the fifth race of the day, it was the Open VI Breeders Race. Creation Rebel took that one with Jackie LeBron.
Papa! Puerto Rican Emblem is your winner, easy! Winning by approximately 5.
In the 6th race of the day, Puerto Rico Emblem blew away the field with Jackie LeBron going for his 3rd win.
They come. O'Mara Pride on the outside with 1 furlong to go. It's going to be a good one. And alongside the rail, looking for room, slew them. Jaleesa Rose still leading the way with a 16 to go. Here comes Joe Boss, and the Boss is back. Joe Boss is your winner. O'Mara Pride running 2nd. Jaleesa Rose 3rd.
In the 7th race of the day, the 2nd leg of the VI Triple Crown, the VI Lottery Native Stakes, it was Joe Boss with Jackie Soto.
Is Destiny's Arrival also coming his finishing style with a 16 to go. Rocky Miss Rocky also moving. It is going to be the legged run back to prominence.
In the 8th race of the day, it was Legally Blonde with Jackie Diaz edging out Rocky Miss Wacky for the win.
Rocky Miss Wacky out of Rock City finished 2nd. Real Estate to cover with a 16 to go. It's all a bit of madness. Crushing the field. Approximately 8 lengths between 1st and 2nd. It's Midas. Thanks, McGivern. Hello, Bordeaux.
In the 10th and final race of the day, it was a bit of madness with Jackie Gonzalez. Folks, the next race day is on December 26th, Boxing Day. And if you need to get yourself a copy, check my boy Wade. Go check him, hit him up. That's a look at Sports 411 update. I'm Stephen Francis for News Channel 8. Back to you, Jerome.